Welcome back everybody to the life of LazLo. Last week we learned about LazLo's relationship with the Baseline skate park. This week we learned where the name LazLo came from, his first time sleeping with the Milf, and about some old friendship. You know what it is. Let's get into it. Roll the intro. So where did the name LazLo Keen come from?
Oh man, okay. When we moved to Ottawa in '99 November, just before the millennium, I used to come to the library because we didn't have internet access yet, and I'd use the internet access there, where I met a guy named LazLo, Hungarian dude, super cool. I think I was like 13, he was probably like 25. We became friends. We'd talk about like computer games and shit. He bestowed upon me a lot of wisdom about life and stuff. Like, it was super cool. Like he just taught me about life. And so right before I got released from jail, when I was visualizing my YouTube dreams, I'm like, yo, what's my handle gonna be like? Because usually with nicknames, someone else has to give you a nickname, you know what I mean? But LazLo Keen is the one nickname that I gave myself. I just thought it was a cool, dope as fuck sounding name, you know what I mean? LazLo, like that's a sick name, you know what I mean? I thought LazLo, and then I'm like, okay, Keen, Commander Keen, which was a computer game I used to play during my childhood. The way I live my life is like Commander Keen, you know, I just go and do whatever I want, and I'm free and I live. So I thought, put the two and two together, LazLo Keen. Boom, and that's how it was born, you know what I mean? Keen also means to stay sharp in your mind, you know what I mean? Be keen, be wise like the owl in the tree, or like the owl in the tree. Woo!
All right, where are we right now?
We're on a street in the suburbs of West End, Ottawa.
What's the significance behind where we are right now?
Well, I'm chilling by a house, the first Milf that I ever slept with in my life. Okay, so I had this friend. Actually, we went to middle school together, but I didn't really know him back then. As we progressed into the future, I met him down the road and realized his folks lived by my folks' place. I was good friends with this guy until he, you know what I mean, screwed me over multiple times. So anyway, what happens, I'm just shy a little bit, give me a break. So what happens is he ends up screwing me over multiple times after I forgave him multiple times, and then finally I was just like, fuck this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make a move on his mom, you know? Because she was attractive. One night when I knew he was at work, I called. I said, hey, and she goes, oh, hi Alex, how's it going? And I was like, hey, is so-and-so home? She goes, no, he's not home right now. He's at work. But can I take a message? I was so nervous, right? I was so nervous. Because this was my dream for the longest time, right? So, listen, I gotta call you back because I'm at work too, which I wasn't, it was a lie. But I'm like,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
This is before Facebook and all that, right? So I said, listen, I have to go, I'm at work, but if you have an email address I can contact you at, I'll contact you like that. And she says, okay, so she gives me her email address. Contact her via email. She didn't even know about MSN Messenger. I had to tell her through email how to download it and all that. And basically, she comes online and she's like, well, so what's up? What is it that's so important? What do you have to talk to me about? I just told her straight up, I'm like, what I typed was, listen, I just have to tell you this, but the truth is, I find you extremely attractive. And I was so nervous to hit the enter key because this particular friend is a little bit nuts, you know? So I'm so nervous to hit the enter key, and I was just like, fuck it, man, this guy's fucked me over so much. F it, you know, and I hit enter and the data went through the network. And basically she's like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to. I'm like, listen, lady, you know, you're a grown woman, you know you can make choices for yourself. And she's divorced, by the way, so I'm not a dirtbag, okay? She's like, listen, I'm gonna have to sleep on this, okay? And I'm like, all right, fine.
The next day.
The following day comes, she comes online, and I'm like, so hey, have you thought about it? And she's like, oh my goodness, you sure are persistent about this. And I said, hey, you know, when I see something I like, I go for it. No one tells me different. She goes, okay. She goes, Friday night, you free? And I'm like, yeah. So Friday night rolls around. She's calling my cell phone, and I am so nervous, man. I can't believe this is happening. So I don't answer the phone because I'm just so nervous. And Monday rolls around. She's calling my phone. I pick up the phone, and I'm like, hey, and she's like, hey, Alex, what happened? And I'm like, oh, sorry. I was like, I left my phone in my friend's car. You know what I mean? He went off to Toronto. I just got it back now. And she's like, oh yeah, because I wasn't sure. I was thinking, is he still interested? And I said, yes, of course, absolutely. And she goes, so how about this Friday night? And I'm like, all right. So Friday night rolls around, man, and it was a dark and stormy night. I tell you what, it was a dark and stormy night. And, and we met up at a secret location. And I don't want to get too much into detail here, but I think we all know how this story ends. You know what I mean? In the forest of all places at Dominion on a dark and stormy night.
I got hoes calling a young nigga phone.
Yo, right here, man. This is where I used to meet my original group of friends, man. There was 5 of us: a Filipino, 2 Russians, me, and our Canadian friend.
How long were you guys friends?
Long time, man. Long time. Like it all started with me and the Russian. You know what I'm saying? I met him at the skating rink. He was like the new kid. I was like, yo, man. I'm like, yo, you're that new kid on the bus, huh? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, yo, what's your name? And he's like, my name's Dimitri. What's yours? I'm like, Alex. What's up? I'm like, where are you from? He's like, Russia. He goes, where are you from? I'm like, Serbia. And he's like, all right, sick. And that was it, bro. That was it. So we were friends for a long time. Actually, I'm still friends with one of them, John, the Filipino. That's my dog. The other ones are dead to us. We don't talk to them.
What happened to them?
Switched up, fam. They yo. So fucking pissed. I'm gonna get that orange too. I'm not wasting an orange. Not keeping it real, stealing. Fucking doing stupid shit, man. Like foul plays, bro, that you don't do with your friends. You know what? Out of the 5 of us, two of us are still in communication. I did everything for these guys, man. I hooked them up like you wouldn't believe. Girlfriend, we were partying, man. Whatever they wanted, bro. They were like my family, you know what I mean? And for someone to do that like that, I just learned a very, very valuable life lesson. You know what that is? You have to be careful who you trust in life. Straight up, man. Straight up like midnight on the clock. You know what I'm saying?